I have been playing a little bit of Where Winds Meet, but I'll be honest, I haven't had a lot of time to play it because most of the time I end up getting to play games. I've been putting it towards Battlefield 6. Unapologetically, I have been putting that time towards Battlefield 6. I'm so sorry. I'm supposed to be playing Assassin's Creed Valley of Memory DLC. I wanted to finish that, but I haven't finished that either. But then I get so little time. It's crazy. It's a miracle that I'm doing this right now too. So yeah. Anyway, my point is, even though I didn't get enough time to play Where Winds Meet, I do plan to go back to it at some point and fully dedicate myself to advancing the story and actually play it, at least the main campaign. It has apparently reached a huge milestone already. It's only been like 2 weeks since its launch, and there's already 9 million players playing the game. Let that sink in for a little bit. 9 million people have played Where Winds Meet since its launch 2 weeks ago. That is a crazy number. There are countries with less population than 9 million. So let that sink in for a little bit. I think this is mostly to do with the fact that it's a free to play RPG and it doesn't have pay to win mechanics. Everything is free except for cosmetics. That's the only thing that is paid in the game. If you want to make yourself look different, you can do that by paying. You still earn in-game loot that are cosmetics too. Yeah, you get the full game unlocked for free. There's no pay to win mechanics at all. There might be some timed events that are like that you have to sometimes maybe wait for things and stuff like that. Nothing is behind a paywall that actually take away the core game. That's why people have been jumping in and playing it, because it's essentially a free game. And also the fact that it's on every platform. It's on PC, it's on both consoles, Xbox and PS5. The only platform that it's not on is on Nintendo, but it's on phones. It's on mobile. So if you own a phone, you can literally just download Where Winds Meet on your phone and play it on your phone, which is crazy. It's a crazy thing to say, I know, but that's an option too. So barrier to entry to this game is as low as it can be. That's why so many people have been jumping on the game and playing it. Apparently, they also managed to surpass 10 million pre-registrations, hitting the final community goal ahead of its title launch as well. So they had 10 million pre-registrations, and we got 9 million players already on in the first 2 weeks of launch. It's reached an all-time peak of 251,000 on Steam a week ago, and has been averaging over 150,000 concurrent players at the time of writing. Where Winds Meet reached 9 million players across two platforms, PlayStation 5 and PC. The mobile release hasn't happened yet. And pre-registration... Oh, okay, so the mobile release hasn't even happened yet. That is crazy. I actually thought the mobile release has happened already. So that's actually still going on. So people are just playing this on consoles and PC. There's already 9 million people playing this. When this hits mobile, I believe that will skyrocket a lot more. Let's see how many players are on PC right now. It's got like 87% like positive reviews, and there's 87,000 people in game right now, and 175,000 averaging 24-hour peak. That is absolutely crazy, but it makes sense. There's a lot of stuff to do in that game. A lot of stuff. And I've been seeing a lot of clips on TikTok and YouTube where people are just like putting up, and it looks really fun. It just some random things happen, and the game is beautiful as well. There's so many things you can do. You never really run out of things. So there's like 150 hours of content in it. I bet there's more. There's going to be more. They're going to probably keep adding content for this because it's a huge success. There's no reason why they wouldn't want to get people to keep engaging with this. So they're probably going to add more stuff. I'm interested to see how it performs when this drops on mobiles as well, because that would be crazy. I think it's going to be nuts. We thought this would be the kind of things that you'll see when Game of Thrones Crossroads dropped. Do you remember that game? There was a game. Yeah. There was a game called Game of Thrones Crossroads. And it is also one of those games that was free. Oh wait, hang on, not Crossroads, King's Road. Game of Thrones King's Road. There was a game called Game of Thrones King's Road, which is also a free-to-play game that you could play on PC as well as your mobile. And it looked pretty good, and everyone was kind of hyped to see it. Player count right now, it's got just below 1,000 players in the last 24 hours, and it got just below 400 players on it right now. And all-time peak was just 10,000 people. That was 7 months ago. This is kind of around the time when it launched. The issue that this game had is a lot of the things that you could do were behind paywalls. A lot of the things that you could do also timed as well. So you could only do a certain number of actions per day, and you had to wait. There was a lot of waiting happening, which actually threw a lot of people off. I was really hyped for this game. I actually played a little bit of this too, and it was kind of cool. It was cool. At a glance, it looks pretty good, but the performance were kind of bad. Even on PC, it had a lot of popping issues as well. The story itself was kind of like mediocre as well. So I think there's a lot of issues with the game. That's why it didn't work out so well. But Where Winds Meet is absolutely killing it. You wouldn't think there would be so many people jumping on a free-to-play game and engaging like this. It's not a multiplayer game either. I mean, there's co-op options. You can actually play with up to 4 people if you want. But ultimately, it's just a single-player game that's free-to-play. That's fully unlocked for you with nothing behind paywalls other than cosmetics. That doesn't really affect the gameplay. So no wonder. And this actually does beg the question where games are heading right now. Because if studios are able to, provide this level of quality content and be successful and get people to actually enjoy the games like this, why should you be paying like $120 for a game like this? This is an open world story game, single play game with over 150 hours of content that you play for free. You don't have to spend a dime. The way they make money, obviously, is they're banking on whales to actually spend money on it. There are obviously a very small percentage of people that actually spend a lot of money on these things. And that's what they're banking on. That's perfectly fine. If you want to spend money on it, you have a way to do that. You don't have to spend a cent to actually play the full game and actually finish it. This is the appeal.